Number 55, the rookie out of Michigan.
Well, Frank Clark's going to get it, but Michael Bennett's going to be the one that caused it. They simply cannot get a finger on Michael Bennett inside. It has been unbelievable. That time he ran right through Mike Harris. Watch this move. And Mike Harris is one of their better linemen up front. But again, that low release coming back to haunt Teddy Bridgewater.
6 guys along the line for Seattle. 2nd down and 10. 138. Blitz coming. Bridgewater fires deep downfield and incomplete. A flag comes in. Cam Chancellor with his arms up, but Kyle Rudolph will be the beneficiary of pass interference.
Pass interference, number 31, defense. Ball he plays at the front of the foul. First down.
Here he is back here, and Rudolph coming right up the field, tries to make a move inside. Sort of gets grabbed. I thought that he got away with one a little earlier in the game, did not get away with that one. And basically, Rudolph has been a non-factor. Didn't catch a ball last week. There's yet to catch one here, but that was big.
Ball at the 42-yard line. 94 seconds remaining. 4-man rush. Pass caught. Rudolph down the sideline. He goes. And out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Broke away from Chancellor.
Simple roller out route, up and out, and there's Chancellor right there. Rudolph, big, strong hands, and if you're going to go in front of the receiver, as Cam Chancellor did there, you better get the ball, because otherwise in man coverage, there's nobody around to make the tackle.
The tight end, the Pro Bowl MVP a couple of years ago, their second leading receiver, first catch of the day at the most opportune time.
And now Seattle with 2 timeouts has to start thinking about what they're going to do.
Peterson in the backfield. The play clock is down to 1.
Second.
And the Vikings take
Team timeout.
a timeout.
Minnesota, 30
They have
second
one.
timeout.
Well, the Seahawks, very uncharacteristically this season, 4th quarter losses. Week 1 overtime Rams. Week 2, that was a Sunday nighter at Green Bay. Lost to the Bengals in overtime, had the lead in the 4th quarter, week 5. Lost to the Panthers, had a 4th quarter lead there. Then in the Arizona game, they were down 19-0, took the lead, and then Arizona came from behind to win it at the end. So with the 6 losses this season, in 5 of them, they had the lead in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and the last game of last year.
Well, what game was that?
Yeah. So for Pete Carroll, it has been a tough go. But boy, this is old school football. This is what I'm reminded of when I was a kid. All the breath and you can see how cold the players are, and yet the execution pretty good. Russell Wilson's made so many dynamic plays. It has been Michael Bennett inside, and you can't make the big mistake here. I can't imagine to get anything but runs from here on out.
Especially with the sun beginning to go down, as you can see. And the receivers would look back into the sunshine, especially to the right side. Now they give it to Peterson and make sure he secures it. And he gets stopped there for a gain of 1.
They do such a good job this entire game of just sitting in those gaps. Don't get overly excited. You see so many times that Adrian Peterson will jump around, but watch how they just stand right there. Nobody's chasing them. Nobody's looking to do something outside of their gap. Just stay home, and if you don't give them those jump cuts, there just hasn't been much there all day for Adrian Peterson.
Seattle has to take a timeout. Their second. They had to squander one very early when the play clock ran down in the 3rd quarter. That would be beneficial to them right now. They have 1 more timeout remaining. Minnesota, of course, doing everything to keep the football, set Blair Walsh up for what would be a lead-changing field goal. And then the best Seattle can hope for at that point would be to get the ball back with about a half a minute or so and no timeouts.
Well, you have to have them burn that last timeout. Anything but a run here would be an absolute stunner.
2nd and 9. To the 13-yard line goes Peterson. That will take That's to 1:15 and their final timeout.
So many times the game can come down to one-on-one matchups. It was Kyle Rudolph against Cam Chancellor to get the pass interference on the first one, to get the drive started, and then the out route on the next one. Chancellor tries to undercut it, and Rudolph gets away. And that has set up what is going to be a steamy finish.
That is a great shot. Welcome to Jupiter. Well, we finally got to 0. I told you it was going to heat up today.
Wow. What a game.
Wild and wacky. Like so many of these, well, they can take the clock all the way down to the end. Peterson, and he's about a yard short of the first down, so it's 4th down, and now they're compelled to kick the field goal. Had they gotten the first down, of course, they could have taken it all the way down and kicked a game-ending field goal. But now, well, we're going to line up anyway, apparently, to...
They're just going to wait and take that last time out.
Just why fool around here?
No. I don't think they're going for this one.
No, I don't think so either. Of course, if you're Seattle and you've got a punt block play that you've been saving,
oh, remember
or a kick or a field goal block.
Remember how close Richard Sherman came to the last one?
Yes, he did. Final timeout. Walsh's kicks today. On a day where any kick is not easy. He had a chip shot 22-yarder. In this one, underneath the laces he went to kick a 43-yarder. A 47-yarder made the score 9-0. Seattle overtook them. 10-9 lead. Now you have 26 seconds, so if the kick is good, Seattle's going to get the ball with maybe 21 or 22 seconds.
Richard Sherman almost got the last one out, and sometimes the special teams coach will say, make sure you get Sherman, and the guy inside of Sherman can jump in that gap. So it's going to be a very dangerous side off to the kicker's right side, off to Blair Walsh's right-hand side.
27-yard attempt. Jeff Lott is the holder. McDermott is the snapper. Oh, he's no good. Wow. Go figure. Oh, baby, yeah. It's time to pray to the heavens, Michael. You're right. No good. Not even close.
Let's look at these laces one more time. Jeff Locke, the holder, is going to try and put it down, and bingo, looking right back at the kicker. And I'm telling you, psychologically, sometimes that can get a kicker, but there's no way to practice making a 3-foot putt to win the Masters, and there's no way to practice the pressure of a game